Hello. You may already know me, but my name is Mac. And, and as you already know, I'm the creator of Mac's Amazing World of Plush. And I know I've been on hiatus for a few months now. Like, since December, yeah. And just a little, like a video to hold you guys over until I decide to make more episodes, which will probably be in a couple of years. So I just thought I might show you how I do the certain voices, you know. But first, I do want to do like a little background on how I created this series and stuff. So, of course, as a kid, I always had like dreams of being a filmmaker and all that. Yeah, I may not be no Steven Spielberg or anything like that, but I think they turned out pretty good. And another thing that inspired me was like plush tubers growing up, they created all these different like stories involving like their Mario or Sonic plushies, you know. And ever since December 8th, 2019, yeah, I know 16th birthday, that has basically become a dream come true. And I always had dreams of doing like voice acting and all that. That's kind of became a reality. And the cast has grown since then. And you may have already seen new characters in past videos or community posts or on TikTok, maybe if you even follow me on TikTok. But I will put a little like time core, like a little timestamp for you guys, in case you don't want to be spoiled with new characters that could potentially be in a new season. But anyway, let's get to doing the character impressions. Okay, now these aren't necessarily impressions, but I always, but also a little background on the creation of the series is that I basically kind of thought of, like, I've explained this before, but it was during the pandemic of, I don't think YouTube would allow me to say the word still because they sure didn't like it back then, but you know, the whole pandemic was happening, the world shut down, and I, for some reason, who was still bringing plushies to different places, I had left my Mario and my Sonic plushies at my grandparents' house, and I thought that would be a good start for the series, and it ended up happening. I just kind of thought to myself, maybe it could be like a little like reverse Toy Story on what if like the humans interacted with the toys, you know, kind of a you know, like a whole reversal thing. So yeah, that's basically the creation of the series. And of course it involves both plushies and live actors. By live actors, just me. I dress up in different stuff, of course, in the past. Of course, I played a fictional version of myself. I've played a character who served as the main villain for Season 2, Dr. Evilbeak. I played a reporter character named Bob Klein, and I played a character that was supposed to be a parody of Ogden Morrow from Ready Player One, who mainly just wore a Sonic mask and like a little like that McDonald's Mario Kart 8 hat. And then I also played the Resurrection Lord, which was mainly a short-lived character who I brought back for a small cameo last season. And then I played the main villain on Amadeus, which, yes, I did name after a musical composer. But anyway, now when you're more interested in the plush characters, starting with the two characters that basically kicked off my channel, you know, Mario and Sonic. They're basically the channel mascots. One's the mascot of Nintendo, the other's Sega. Now, of course, Mario has to be the easiest voice out of the entire cast to do, you know, like the "It's me, Mario! Wahoo!" Yeah, it's pretty much that. And Sonic, I mainly get his inspiration from like mainly inspired from a mix of Jason Griffith's voice and Roger Craig Smith's voice. Like, you know, like the, "You're too slow. Come on, step it up." So, yeah, be like, you know, the Sonic. We need to stop a Bowser. I know, man. So yeah, that's basically how I do those voices. Now let's move on to well, technically I said that they were the ones to really kick it off, but the first two characters to ever really appear in this series, Luigi and Tails. Of course, as you already know, Luigi in the games, well, both Mario and Luigi were both voiced by, originally voiced by Charles Martinet, but recently he stepped down and Kevin Z. Afghani, or however you pronounce his last name, is doing the voice. And you know, he just kind of like that, "Here we go! Oh yeah, Luigi like a day." So yeah, that's basically how I do his voice. I can also kind of do the whole Luigi's Mansion. Yeah, and as for Tails, as you already know in the game, he's actually voiced by Colleen O'Shaughnessy. And alright, Sonic. Oh! Okay, that's the Sonic 06 death sound Tails makes in Sonic 06, which is a terrible game, but it has a really great soundtrack. Don't believe me? Just go listen to it. So basically, those are the two characters that are easiest to do. Now let's move on. And now we have the whole remaining cast of Mario characters that I use for this channel. It's called Sonic Boom Sonic, because I really need to get more Sonic plushies for this series. But Yoshi, I just kind of do like the whole Yoshi! So yeah, and I decided to do a little different because there was actually a YouTube video that I watched as a kid where he usually has like the green Yoshi, usually just saying Yoshi and stuff. But for like the different colored Yoshis, he'd always, the person always just provided different voices for the different colored Yoshis. So like for this blue Yoshi, as you already know, I gave him like a British accent, like, "Hello, what in the bloody world's going on, man, mate?" So yeah, Blue Yoshi's British. Probably not the only British character in this series, which we will get to him later. Now, Toad here. Now Toad is a very high-pitched character. Now, of course, in the movie, now the Super Mario movie, which had Chris Pratt voicing Mario, Keegan-Michael Key, who voiced Toad, is normally usually has that very low voice. And although he is definitely a little higher for Toad in that movie, but I basically do like the video game version of Toad where he's like, "Yahoo! Mario!" Which, I'm gonna stop right now because that could really damage my voice, and I got so many other characters I need to go through. And also, there's Peach, of course. be like, Mario! Cha! Which, yeah, I basically voice all the female characters too, so yeah. Oh no! And you do like a little smash, like in the Smash Bros. Where he does the Ha-cha! So yeah, that's the Peach voice. Now this is actually one I'm really excited for, even though I spoiled him in the past. But if you don't want to be spoiled, I'll have a timestamp you can go to. But Bowser, which I'm more excited about because we're getting more villain characters in the show. And of course, once more that's not like played by me in live action. And Bowser here, I basically just basically steal his voice from like Jack Black's performance in the Mario movies. Now, the superstar is mine. Now who is gonna stop me? So yeah, that's Bowser's voice. Now Koopa Troopa and Shy Guy here, they're like, yo, what's up, man? And Shy Guy's like, oh no, whoa. I know sometimes you might compare that to the Stitch voice, which we'll get to Stitch later. So all the Mario characters are down, and now as for Sonic Boom Sonic, I just pretty much do the same thing he usually does. I usually do for Sonic. You like the Knuckles? You are okay. Knuckles isn't in the show, so be like, hi Tails, bye Tails. Anyway, that's the voices for all the Mario characters plus Sonic Boom Sonic. So let's move on to the next pair. Now this is actually another popular Nintendo franchise, and well, one of many popular Nintendo franchises featured in the show, The Legend of Zelda, which of course we got both Breath of the Wild, Link, which I mainly just use for normal Link, and the same goes with Zelda here, which I'm going to be using for future episodes. Okay, I forgot to put a little spoiler there. But anyway, I usually, of course, as you already know, that Link is a very silent protagonist and very rarely ever talks, and the last time we ever had him talk, it became like memes and stuff. You know, like the, well, excuse me, princess, or the, oh yeah, gee, it sure is boring around here. So, Link here, I mainly just use my normal voice, like, are you serious? Zelda, what are you doing? As for Zelda, I'm gonna use her, normal, like, the British Zelda from Breath of the Wild. Hey! What is going on? And also, as for Link and Zelda, I mainly just do their character voices. I mainly stole a little bit from a YouTuber called Bestern Friends for Toon Link, where he's like very high pitched and I'm voting for Mario! Yeah, I know that last sounds very delusional, but as for Zelda, it's like, she's a bit more soft spoken, like, why would you do that way? So those are the Zelda characters. Let's move on to the next pair of characters. Now aside from Mario and Sonic, this has to be like my third most favorite video game franchises. And if I ever had like a third mascot for my channel profile picture, then it would definitely be this guy, Mega Man. And so basically have him and Mega Man X, or as he's most famously known as X. They're from two different spin-off games from two different timelines, but I think they work pretty well together. Now, for Mega Man's voice, you might be wondering why I made him sound like an AI or just like a non-emotional robot. So basically, my best friend, he always did impressions from this series of Gmod videos called Sonic Zombies, and he would always, where the guy would always, where he gave Mega Man a kind of like this robotic voice. And I was like, oh yeah, we got tacos. He can do it better than me, but hey, I kind of gotta try. Anyway, and also with X here, I mainly just do what I do the voice he has in like Marvel vs. Capcom and stuff. You're like, this was my home tooth, Thor. Ultron Sigma is going to pay for what he's done. Okay, that game was actually kind of terrible, but hey, it's still fun to voice X. And of course, that does remind me that Marvel vs. Capcom is coming back. I'll probably do a separate video on that if you guys are interested. So anyway, I know that section was very short, but let's move on to the next one. Now, of course, for this next franchise, it's only going to be one character, but I feel like you guys would appreciate it if I still did this character's voice here. Of course, it's Kirby, cute little pink boy. Yeah, I can basically do like a boyo. Hi. Tur. Huh. Yeah. Those are basically sounds that he made in the Smash games. And yeah. So yeah, that's Kirby for you. It's probably the shortest one so far, but hey. Now this next series has to be probably the one I have the most plushies from, other than Mario in terms of like video game plush characters. Pokemon. So, of course, Pikachu, he's gotta be the easiest Pokemon character to ever voice. You know, like, Pika! Pikachu! Pika! And then we got Jigglypuff here. Jigglypuff! We got Pichu here, which is basically the same as Pikachu, but Pichu! Now, of course, we got Squirtle here, and by the way, this was in order of their appearance in Smash Bros. Now, Squirtle here is like, Squirtle! Which, this also reminds me that I actually have a plush pillow of Squirtle behind me. Also got one of Pikachu and what's his name? Charmander, yeah. Now for non-Smash related Pokemon, we got Eevee. Eevee! Okay, I haven't really thought of a voice to use for her just yet, but if you have some suggestions, just let me know in the comments. And now we got Dedenne. Now, of course, I'm not too sure how Dedenne sounds in the Pokemon mythos, but I should have probably done my research before doing him, but hey, I basically created the voice for him in this channel. And now we have Grookey, which is actually another recent addition. So, of course, I won this in a claw machine right before I moved down here to Florida. I was still living in North Carolina at the time. It was right when I went and saw Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, which I got the popcorn tin from. And I haven't also thought of a voice for him just yet. But if you have some suggestions, just let me know in the comments. Okay, I totally missed a Pokemon, but here's Detective Pikachu, which, as you know, in the movie, he's voiced by Ryan Reynolds. So I'll basically do like a little quote from that movie. I know you cannot understand me, but put down the stapler or I will electrocute you. You understood me? You understood me? Oh my god, you understood me! And I felt so lonely! Now we can move on to the other entertainment mediums. Now we basically start off with an entertainment medium known as movies. Or, yeah, like these are basically just other pop culture related characters plus maybe a few others that we'll get to in a little bit. But first I wanted to start with the Star Wars characters I have. So yeah, I got the Star Wars characters here, and so I'm going to start off with one that's kind of cheating a little bit because it's a Disney character as a Star Wars character. We've seen that Disney owns both on Star Wars, which I also have a Star Wars shirt. We got both Yoda Stitch and Grogu, whereas the internet may call him Baby Yoda. So basically, Yoda Stitch, I basically just do like Stitch's voice, but I make Stitch talk like Yoda. Get the box, I must. Wreck some noobs on Fortnite, I must. Okay, I don't really play Fortnite, but I just had to think of a scenario for him. Get to the chopper, I must. Terrible Terminator and impersonation aside, so yeah, I basically just do like. So yeah, I just take this, do what Yoda says, but a little higher, basically. And now we got like R2-D2 and Chewbacca, which are just small keychains like plush keychains that I've had for years. They both used to have sounds with them, but they don't make sounds anymore. For R2, I just do like a and Chewbacca, I basically do just like my terrible Chewbacca growl impression, and like. So yeah, just like that. Darth Vader and Kylo Ren, I basically just steal their voices from like James Earl Jones and Adam Driver. You know. Okay, now this is going to be from Star Wars Detours, that one canceled animated project. The whole, yo dudes, the Empire is pretty chill. Maybe you should like join it or something. As for Kylo Ren and be like, don't be afraid, I can feel it too. Let's listen to my camera, I know. Yo, Kylo, you should really stuff in the emo music, man. So yeah, those are my impressions for the Star Wars characters. Now this is going to be a single character, of course, but we got Rocket Raccoon from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, which this is based on its form from the first ever Guardians movie. I basically just want to do what Bradley Cooper usually did when he was voicing the character. So we're all standing up. A bunch of idiots standing up. So yeah, that's his voice, basically. Now we got some Disney characters here. And of course now this is like normal Disney, not like Marvel or Star Wars or anything like that. But for like Disney characters here, we got, of course, Jack and Sally, and there's Zero too from The Nightmare Before Christmas. But for Jack, do like the whole surprised, aren't you? What's this? What's this? It's covered everywhere. Okay, I'm not going to risk myself getting copyrighted, so yeah, you can basically imagine what I usually do for Jack. As for Sally, I'll get you out of there. Goodbye, Jack. So, Zero here, I mainly just do like a kind of like how he did in the movie. Now, of course, this guy, I believe I've hinted at before. Hormone chicken, blue punch buggy. Now here is Marshmallow. Yeah, he's actually named after that giant snow monster from Frozen, but he's actually a Yeti from the Disney ride in Animal Kingdom called Expedition Everest, where there's like a giant Yeti, and they actually made merch of him, and I basically do like a very deep voice. So that's basically just how I do his voice. Alright, the Disney characters are out of the way, now let's just move on to the next. Now, this is actually probably characters based on one of the most popular book series in all of fiction. We got the Harry Potter crew here, which consists of 3 characters. Now, of course, we got Harry Potter here. Hey Mo, what? I can't be a wizard. I'm just Harry. And we got Dobby here.
Hello, Dobby, sir. Dobby the house elf. Dobby has no master. Dobby is a free elf. And Dobby has come to save Harry Potter and his friends.
And so yeah, that's all that for you. Then we have Hedwig, the owl, which I basically just do like normal owl noises, like the hoo 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 hoo. So yeah, those are the Harry Potter characters. Okay, now this next bunch I'm just gonna pile up together because they're just different movie characters from different decades, whether it be like the 30s to 50s with the Universal Monsters, or the 80s with stuff like Gremlins, Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, and even the Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh yeah, there's also the 70s too with Halloween. There's also 90s stuff like Ghostface, as well as one a bit more recent like Coraline, but hey, we'll get there. So first, the movie miscellaneous movie characters. Here's Gizmo here. You're like the or the you got Marty and Doc here from Back to the Future. Oh, Doc, this is heavy. Yes, it is, Marty. Or hang on, my goodness, Doc. My goodness, you just disintegrated Einstein.
Oh, I did not disintegrate anything. Einstein is perfectly fine. He is the first time traveler.
Or if you want another quote, oh my god. They found me, I don't know how, but they found me.
Run for it, Marty!
I could go all day with Back to the Future quotes. Okay, there is actually one more I want to do.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious stuff.
And next we got the Stay Puft fam. I basically do like a so for Stay Puft I do like a little, I would usually do like a usually deeper voice, like, hey yo, what's going on? As for the Stay Puft Mini, which funny enough he was a Mini Puft before the Mini Puffs even were a thing in Ghostbusters Afterlife. I just mainly usually use my normal voice, like, hey Dad, can I get something? What do you want this time? I was thinking about getting like a 3DS. Those things went defunct in the late 2010s. Anyway, now Stay Puft Marshmallow Woman in here is basically just a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man plush, but with a different expression. You know, that's my Stay Puft Man right there. Okay, now we basically get on with more of the 80s, well, well, not all of them are 80s, but I just want to do a quick round here with all the slasher characters, kind of. Now, spoiler for 2 of them because they haven't been in the series yet. But first, I want to do like Freddy Krueger here. Be like,
welcome to prime time, punk.
or
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
so yeah, that's Freddy Krueger for you. It's from the popular series of Nightmare on Elm Street. And we got a new one here. Michael Myers from the Halloween series, which I have decided that he is not going to have a voice because he rarely even talks in the movies. I'll probably do the same for Jason Voorhees if I get a Jason plush. Maybe Leatherface too, but he kind of made some like grunts in those movies. I know Jason made grunts in one of the movies too, in one of his movies too, but Leatherface is more, usually makes more noise than Jason. Anyway, now time for the next one. Here is Ghostface from the Scream franchise. What's your favorite scary movie?
You better not hang up with me or else I will gut you like a fish.
And some guys might be and I believe some of you might be wondering in the comments which one am I going to make this. Is this like Billy Loomis or Stu Macher or whoever else is Ghostface in the Scream franchises? Not franchises, just franchise. But I just want to basically do like a random person doing the Ghostface. But if you want to do it like I might hold a poll on my community tab to see which Ghostface is your favorite, and whoever gets the most voted one, I'll probably have it be that Ghostface. So anyway, now for the next one here, we got Chucky.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Playtime's over. A true classic. Never goes out of style. Oh no, it's Chucky! Ah!
Basically recreated that one moment from Ready Player One. And now, next up, we got Beetlejuice here.
Hey, nobody says to be around here.
Okay, jeez. Well, what are your credentials?
Let's see. I've survived the plague and I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every time I say it. Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy.
Okay, I'm gonna have to quit before that destroys my voice. Anyhow, we got the Universal monsters here. We got Frankenstein's monster and the Bride. For the monster, I usually I basically kind of have like a Hulk voice to him, because that's basically kind of how Frankenstein is portrayed in modern day media nowadays. Be like
Fire, burn!
So basically like that. As for the Bride of Frankenstein, I usually took inspiration from a house POV I watched on YouTube for a Halloween Horror Nights house called The Bride of Frankenstein Lives, where she's like, no! Like, thank God! Okay, I'm real quick for that destroyed my voice. And we also got, let's see here. We also got Dracula and the Wolfman too. Dracula. The children of the night are calling me. As for the Wolfman, I do the oh, we must do this kind of voice to him. And then we got the Creature of the Black Lagoon and a new character here, the Mummy from the Mummy. Not the Brendan Fraser ones, but the but the one with starring Boris Karloff in the line of older Universal Monster movies. Now, the main inspiration for me doing Creature's voice here is mainly one character from the Minions movie, you know, the spin-off to this Despicable Me franchise, where they're at VillainCon and they meet this Creature of the Black Lagoon-esque villain, and I basically just do this to voice the character. We're born with. That's basically how I do his voice. I also mainly learned that technique from a YouTube channel called Connor the Waffle, where he was reacting to like cursed Nintendo commercials. And there was this one commercial where they're like, "You will not beat us," and he was intimidating them with that same sound. Now, as for the Mummy, I haven't thought of a voice yet, but I've been thinking about. I know that this is based on the Boris Karloff Mummy, but I would definitely take the one from the Mummy movies, Brendan Fraser, where he's like,
Silence! With your souls, I shall rule for all eternity. But even the Magi can save you now.
Here we have Coraline Jones here from the movie Coraline. I know a lot of people are saying that this is a Tim Burton movie when yes, it does look like one, but it's not. It's directed by Henry Selick. I know that he directed The Nightmare Before Christmas, but a lot of people still consider that a Tim Burton movie because, well, Tim Burton's name is in the title. But as that aside, for Coraline, I basically do like a, "You're not sewing buttons into my eyes!" And of course I could have done a voice for the Black Cat too.
You seem to clearly be an expert on this stuff. Besides, I'm just a big fat wuss puss.
Okay. Keith David was a good voice actor in that. And he's a good voice actor in a lot of them. I just wanted to do one more voice to a character that hasn't really appeared since season 3, like early season 3. That would be an E.T., where I just do like an E.T. going home. Now that character doesn't appear anymore because I just don't have the plush anymore. But anyway, now we can finally move on to the next section. Now this next section is mainly just going to be like miscellaneous, like TV characters, like TV and cartoon characters. Starting off with Bob Ross here, and then just paint a little happy little picture. He's a bit more of a soft-spoken guy, of course, and just beat the devil out of that. Just get that little tree friend, because everybody deserves a friend. So that's basically how I do Bob Ross here. But we also got, let's see, who else we have? Now, of course, spoilers for the rest, because they're actually new characters. But we also got the Ninja Turtles, and I know one of them just looks different from the rest, of course, just please ignore that. But anyway, for Leo, I mainly want to like do like his voice from like what is it, like the 2012 Nickelodeon Ninja Turtle series. Like, Raph, did you not know that the stupidity of your actions could get you into this stuff? Okay, lame-o, or you really just call me that? Also, I could definitely recreate that one awesome fight scene from the 2007 TMNT movie. We also got Donatello and, of course, the Michelangelo. Where Donnie, of course, I'm usually just gonna use like Rob Paulson's voice, like alien robots, and I definitely steal Greg Sipes' voice, but I want to do like the whole like party dude thing from like the 80s and 90s. Where you're like,
Yo, Let's throw a great party for someone we know.
So yeah, those are the voices for the turtles themselves. And of course, we got both Splinter and Bebop, and I'll probably get Rocksteady in the future. But as for Splinter, I want to do like that whole Jackie Chan, like in the whole movie. Where have you guys been?
Boys, you know going up into the surface is dangerous, you know?
As for Bebop, I cannot really do a good Seth Rogen impression, so I'm not going to do his Bebop. So I'm going to do one more like the 80s cartoon.
But we don't get paid enough to do this.
So yeah, those are the voice for the Ninja Turtle characters. And also we got Elf here.
You got any cats laying around?
Yeah, and yeah, Elf is a 80s sitcom character who my younger viewers don't definitely know. Of course, he came way before my time too, but Elf was a very popular character in the late 80s. And so yeah, there's that for you. Anyway, let's move on to the final section, the original animal characters. Now these last remaining characters I say are original, even though one of them has like a college football team branded on them, and one came from a toy company that made the Beanie Babies. But anyway, let's get on to their voices here. So for Tennessee Bear, I usually deepen my voice like how I did for another character. I provided a voice for, be like,
Hey, what are you doing? I gotta catch the game.
now of course for Miss Whiskers here, I just usually do like a meow, meow, meow. That's basically like my best Gary impression from SpongeBob, basically. And then we got Pudding here, who I actually got in the hospital, and that name for the snake, Pudding, has stuck around since I was in the hospital that day. I basically do like a basically, so yeah, there's that. And then we got Tammy and Jeff, who basically just do like a grunting sounds. And we are done voicing plush characters. Now I'm gonna give my voice a rest for a few minutes, and then we'll be right back with you. So that's how I usually do the voices for all the characters in this series. I do plan to upload more. So yeah, there's that for you. Hope you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, I'm Matt. Take care.